So weapon types. That's next on the docket.
Yes.
Docket.
Docket.
Yeah, I don't know.
A docket. So let's go down the line.
You got
So
assault.
assault weapons were pretty exciting.
Yes.
They changed, everything can charge.
Yeah. Everything. There's no penalty for shooting and charging. I know there were exceptions, like with rapid fire in 7th edition. Said, hey, when you shoot with this, no charging.
Right.
However,
it's like you can only. However, now you could shoot anything you want and charge for free. You just get that.
Yeah. So assault essentially lost its special snowflake status.
Yeah, but it being.
But now it got a little thing to keep it going.
Yeah,
it's essentially the weapon that you're hip firing.
It got rebalanced.
but then you can also fire it even after advancing.
So that's its special snowflake ability now, is that you can advance in your movement phase, and normally you wouldn't be able to shoot, but with an assault weapon, you're firing from the hip as you're advancing, just pouring out fire.
But you're not accurate.
You're one less.
A little less accurate, which is great because it's not like you're snap firing or anything. You're just shooting a little less
My
accurate.
Terminators want to advance and shoot with their storm bolters.
And then if you look at the complete opposite side of the spectrum, you have the heavy weapons.
Yes, which is the big change that most people were talking about when that was first discussed in one of their articles, where instead of moving and snap shooting like you would in 7th, you are now just moving and you just get a -1 modifier.
And we saw how that worked with your grav cannon with grav amp. You completely did not hit at all in
it was like it was 7th edition all over again.
Rapid fire, not much change in there.
Not much change. Rapid fire's new rule is that it is whatever the number connotation, you just double it at half range.
So Gilliman, really strong. I'm sure we're going to see other things with, like, I imagine hurricane bolters are going to be rapid fire, like
so good.
4 or something.
Well, plus it's twin linked.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Remember,
that's going to be
hurricane bolters were twin linked.
They're going to just
rapid fire
dump
bolters.
out weapons.
So that basically can get 16 shots.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
It's going to be delicious.
That's a lot of bolter fire. Those Land Raider Crusaders are going to Pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, what I'm excited about is finally seeing a Redeemer on the field, because I have never played against a Land Raider Redeemer. I really love the model.
It's because the sponsons were terrible.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that the new rules for flamers is gonna make the flame storm cannon powerful enough to make it something that I see on the field
extend the range, and it's
another
so
one that
decent.
hasn't changed too much. Grenades. One person from your unit.
So grenades and pistols, I just want to talk about. Remember the whole
Go ahead,
firing.
group it together.
We're just going to group it together for this particular exception. So
they each take one hand.
Yeah, they each take one hand. That's they can. And when we talked about, hey, you can fire all your weapons, turns out you really can't. Because
they lied.
They totally no. There's exceptions. There's always a but in this.
A but.
And in this case, if you have a pistol, or if you want to shoot with your pistol or your grenade, it's an either/or situation. You either fire with the weapons that can shoot, or you shoot your pistol, or you chuck a grenade.
Right. So you can, because we actually saw that frag grenades are pretty good.
Pretty good.
D6 hits.
Yeah.
Like
don't have to worry about scatter.
That's pretty awesome. So if you're close enough to throw a grenade, you have your 10-man tac squad firing 9 bolters and chucking 1 grenade if you see fit.
And unfortunately, at this point where guns in general, you can just shoot and still charge, I don't see the incentive of using grenades right now.
Really?
With maybe opting for crack, but since the way
even with the D6 hits, the potential to do more damage, or are you going to go with the more reliable 2 shots from that bolter?
I feel like if I could just commit more shots to something with bolters, I feel like it would work.
Because we saw the frag grenade is strength 4.
It might be this. It might be the better option.
I guess it's really if you
maybe I'm just messing up my logic.
If you believe your roll, I mean, you can roll a 1 or 2 or a 1, and then you're essentially.
If I want consistency versus RNG, or if my unit just has stronger weapons, right?
That's true. That is a good point.
Like if I had the Primaris guys who have.
Oh yeah, of course you're going to always want to be firing
with the
those
-1
bolt rifles. Yeah,
totally.
Unless they have call pattern frag grenades. We don't know.
just -1 frag grenades, AP frag grenades.
It's like I'm a pistol out, my grenade in hand. I'm running at you.
Well, I mean, you get to choose. You can't fire your grenade and your pistol. You have to pick your main weapon, your
throw my grenade,
or
I'm
your
shoot
pistol.
it in the air.
There you go.
That's
the D6.
If that's what you. That's the D6. Being able to hit that grenade.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much the gist of it. Pistols allow you to.
Fire when you're within an inch.
Within an inch in the shooting phase, that was discussed before.
Yep.
Where your normal weapons can't do that, so that's where you get that choice. Why would I want to shoot with pistols? Oh, well, because A, I have a pistol that's better than my standard weapon. If you're a Blood Angel or you know,
or you're falling back.
or you're falling back. Yeah, and then you're in combat.
Yeah.
So I think pistols are pretty. I love the idea of being able to, you know, pop some shots off in the shooting phase. It's essentially an extra assault that you get to do.
So to get into combat, you have to charge first.
Yes.
Oh yeah, moving into the charge phase.
Yeah.
So now we have the once you get into the charge phase, if your unit is within 12 inches of another unit of an enemy unit, you can declare a charge and make them your target unit. You can probably nominate several target units like a disordered charge, but there's a penalty to that, which means they get to the unit that you're charging also gets to Overwatch.
Right.
Now the changes to Overwatch is that it's still snap shooting, but they have essentially infinite opportunities for Overwatch. It's not just one anymore, for as long as they don't get engaged in combat.
Right.
Which is like as long as a model doesn't end.
So if you fail the charge, or if you kill all the units that were charging you,
yes,
you get to keep shooting.
yeah, you get to keep shooting against the next unit that charges you, which is super good.
Also really exciting for people with flamers because if you have
So
a
scary.
very light infantry unit charging your flamers,
Yeah,
uh,
you gotta charge my burners.
yeah, exactly. Oh god, that's so scary because then all of a sudden, you know, you wipe a 10-man
not-
guard squad that charged your burner boys for some dumb reason.
Yeah, it's not-
And then the next squad comes in and they're firing.
Yeah, it's not D3 automatic hits. It's D6.
It's your D6
because
standard hits?
What is fire? what
It's
is it, wall of
D-scythe
fire?
automatic
Wildfire is not a
hits.
thing anymore.
Yeah.
It's just D6
That's
automatic
right, I
hits.
said it.
Yeah.
D-scythe automatic hits.
Well, D-side's not going to be the same thing. There's no strength D shenanigans anymore.
Yeah.
We're just gonna remember the past, guys.
No.
Your guys,
Past is dead.
you guys,
Go
Wraith,
away,
Wraith Guard are
Eldar
going to be
past.
more durable, but their shooting is going to not be that powerful.
Unless it's, I mean, it could be mortal wounds. We don't know. I hope
Yeah,
not.
we don't know yet. So
God, I
let's
hope
just
not.
keep that on the docket.
Yeah, whenever they.
Actually, you know what? If a Reaper Chainsword isn't mortal wounds, then neither is a D-scythe.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of the strength.
And I will write, I'm saying it right now, I'm going to write an angry letter to Games Workshop if it's got
don't
mortal
believe
wounds
you.
on it. I'll send it to you. I'll post it.
I don't believe
I'll
it.
have you proofread it.
So what is a heroic intervention?
So whenever a charge does happen, and
You need to have a single enemy, or single one of your units needs to end within an inch of.
well, that's
the model
units
basically.
units in general. When you end within an inch, that's the requirement to engaging that unit and making
Right.
the charge successful. Which means instead of how it is in 7th edition, where you just need the full 2d6,
Right.
you have that extra inch.
Which is nice.
Yeah, which means an 11 will always.
Honestly, what it's really doing is making up for those weird half
Oh yeah.
spaces. So when you're like 7 inches and then a few more, that 1 inch gets you that extra. So you're like, okay, it's 7 inches. I roll a 7, I'm in.
Yeah.
But a character is 3 inches.
Yeah, for heroic intervention. So when the charges end, any character unit that is within 3 inches of either units in that fight, when it comes to do the pile-in phase, for the fight phase, they are automatically can engage in pile-in 3 inches. So as opposed to the 1 inch, what everybody else gets to enjoy, they get the benefit of having a 3-inch engagement aura.
Right.
So essentially, all characters will have this 3-inch zone of engagement when the fight phase happens.
So I see this as more of a defensive thing.
Yes.
Which is why it's called a heroic intervention rather than a heroic charge.
But-
because it's going to be very hard to position your characters.
I can see.
Because you're going to have to charge. You have to charge with a character who's alone, who's going to eat Overwatch, right?
That's not necessarily true. Work with me on this. Say you had some Khorne Berserkers
Right.
and Karn pop out of the Rhino.
Right.
They ended up like right in the face of like.
Okay, yeah, so that's the other thing. It's either going to be short charges, right?
Yeah.
But this heroic intervention is rarely going to be. I mean, it's impossible to use it at a long charge.
Yeah, but in these instances where, like, say I had Khorne Berserkers and I just flat out and got as close as possible to your
Right.
unit.
Then Karen can just get pulled in without having to deal with
you
Overwatch.
foolishly didn't move. All my Khorne Berserkers and Karn pop out within the 1 inch, outside of the 1 inch.
Yeah.
And then the Khorne Berserkers charge. Karn doesn't charge.
And he just gets pulled in and doesn't
Yeah,
have
and
to
then he
deal
gets
with the
pulled in.
Overwatch.
So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So essentially, heroic intervention, defensive, and when very well, when your movement phase just worked out really well.
Yes.
When you plan ahead and you're thinking tactically with your movement phase, you're going to be able to get heroic interventions offensively.
Yes.
But they're going to be a little more difficult to get.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, but it's definitely a good.
I like that though. That's really cool.
I like it. Because it lets everybody else.
I love
charge
that it's very easy to do defensively. Here we have Call behind a unit of Skitarii Vanguard. The Vanguard get charged. Call, he's getting in there, swinging with his Arc Scourge
like
and
not
his
on my watch.
mastercrafted power axe.